What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and some big breaking news happening right now in the Senate for infrastructure and for that $3.5 trillion stimulus package. That's right. This is your stimulus check update and your stimulus package update. Now, take a look at this. Just came out. Big win for $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Senate shows it can act, and yes, finally, the first portion of the package, it passed, you guys. Now, we also have an update on the $3.5 trillion here in just a second, but look at these headlines rolling out. Bipartisan infrastructure bill passes in the Senate. Here's another one. Senate approves bipartisan $1 trillion infrastructure bill, bringing major Biden goal one step closer. And take a look at this. Now for the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. As the Senate moves forward, it's now up to Democrats to sell the massive reconciliation bill. And you guys have got some video footage that you're going to want to see regarding that of what just happened on the Senate floor. Now, they need to really focus on this stimulus package, and here's why. Take a look at this. Yesterday, 235,000 new Delta variant cases in the United States in one single day. Also, the 7-day moving average is now 124,000 per day. You guys, this Delta variant is spreading like crazy, and if that's the case, if we have to see more restrictions set in place, we might need to see more stimulus provisions coming out in these stimulus packages. Now, as it stands right now, I let you guys know in a previous video that the $3.5 trillion package does not include an extension of unemployment federal benefits or a fourth federal level stimulus check. However, if this happens and we need to put in place more restrictions, it's possible they could slip these in, as we currently only have the blueprint, the proposal for this $3.5 trillion. It's going to be modified and changed a lot along the way. Now, if they do that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And as you know, in previous packages, when they even have a complete entire bill ready to pass into law, they can slide provisions in literally days before it's signed. And we've seen that with other stimulus checks and other provisions as well. Now, you guys, whatever unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel so that way you know what's going on. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to share with you the video footage of what just happened in the Senate regarding infrastructure and stimulus. But before we dive in, if you do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, keeping you up to date on all this stuff, don't forget to take a second to just smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments down below. I love hearing your thoughts on this stuff. And also be sure to share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. Now, in addition to that, if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come and join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff so you know what's going on. And if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, go ahead and shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and that is by far the best way to get a hold of me if you got any specific questions that you want to direct specifically towards me. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right into the latest happening right now in the Senate regarding stimulus and infrastructure. And let's dive first into this video footage.
I believe Vice President Harris has taken her seat, and I believe we can listen in for just a moment.
Madam President.
Majority Leader.
Order.
The Senate will be in order, please.
And once again, congratulations to all of those who worked hard, so hard on this very significant and very important bill. And now we proceed to the second track. So, Madam President, I move to proceed to calendar number 122, Senate S-Con-Res 14, the concurrent resolution on the budget, and I ask for the yeas and nays.
Is there a sufficient second? There is. The clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin. Mr. Barrasso. Mr. Bennett. Do you want to go? Mrs. Blackburn. Mr. Blumenthal.
Okay. Vice President
Mr.
Harris
Blunt.
now presiding. Garrett Haig, let me come back to you for a moment. For folks who are watching at home or listening on their Sirius satellite radios, explain what we're seeing right now. Walk us through this sausage making.
So here's what we just saw. The vote just ended on the bipartisan infrastructure bill. It passed the Senate. The count still needs to be finalized. Our rough count was 19 Republicans in favor, along with all Democrats voting in favor. That passed. You saw Kamala Harris there gaveling that down. Then Leader Schumer moved immediately to bring up the first vote in this process of passing that $3.5 trillion bill that will be Democrats only. This vote is also Democrats only, or it can and most certainly will be. Needs just a 50-vote threshold to get started. This is called a motion to proceed, to get started on debating that budget resolution. So part of the reason Harris is in the chair is the possibility that she would have had to break a 50-50 tie. But of course, we are down one Republican senator today. Mike Rounds of South Dakota is with his wife, who's receiving cancer treatment, so he could not be here today. That likely means Harris's role today will be purely ceremonial. She should not have to cast any tie-breaking vote.
So there you guys have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Big breaking news that the first portion passed, and then immediately you saw Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer bring up the reconciliation bill for more stimulus right after we saw them actually taking the vote at that very moment. Now, for the first portion, if you were wondering who were the Republicans that voted in favor of it, allowing it to pass, here's the list for you. I'm just going to go through really quickly. Roy Blunt, Richard Burr, Shelley Moore Capito, Bill Cassidy, Susan Collins, Kevin Kramer, Mike Crapo, Deb Fischer, Lindsey Graham, John Hoeven, Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, Rob Portman, Jim Rich, Mitt Romney, Dan Sullivan, Tom Tillis, Roger Wicker, and Chuck Grassley. Those are the ones that voted in favor, allowing that to pass. Now they're going to be turning their attention towards the second portion. And also just a quick recap for you. Link in the description below to this article that just came out a little while ago that says Senate passes massive infrastructure package that is centerpiece of Biden's agenda. Now the article says that the Senate on Tuesday, today, just about an hour ago, passed a sweeping $550 billion infrastructure bill that would make a huge investment in the nation's road, public transit, water, and broadband. The bill passed 69-30, with 19 Republicans joining all Democrats. The passage marks a victory for President Joe Biden, who made rebuilding the nation's infrastructure the centerpiece of his campaign, and who told the American people that he could help usher in a new era of bipartisan cooperation. Now, the bill passed the Senate after it was able to clear several procedural hurdles. The bill will go next to the House, where it faces some Democratic skepticism. Now, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, she has said that the bill will not get a vote until the Senate passes a separate multi-trillion-dollar package of safety net measures, and that is that $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which we literally saw them take up immediately after the first portion of the infrastructure bill passed. That was the vote to proceed to start on that $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Now, today, the Senate takes a decades overdue step to revitalize America's infrastructure and give our workers, our businesses, our economy the tools to succeed in the 21st century. The bill, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said ahead of the vote on the Senate floor. So you guys, the Senate is now turning their full attention to this $3.5 trillion reconciliation package as the first portion of the infrastructure bill is now passed. Now, as I mentioned, there is not a fourth federal level check in there at this moment, and there's also not an extension of federal unemployment benefits. However, we did receive the framework for what they're anticipating and what is currently listed as proposed for this next bill. And here it is, just going to cover this really quickly in case you haven't heard already. There's going to be an expansion of paid family and medical leave, a buildup of childcare programs, extensions of a household tax credit, including the enhanced child tax credit implemented during the pandemic. So that's those monthly reoccurring checks that parents get for their children. Also, an expansion of Medicare benefits to include dental, vision, and hearing, and a reduction in the Medicare eligibility age. An extension of increased Affordable Care Act subsidies, universal pre-K, tuition-free community college, tax incentives and grants to encourage adoption of greenhouse energy, manufacturing, and transportation, polluter fees on methane and carbon, consumer rebates to encourage clean energy and weatherization in homes, and funding to increase the number of electric vehicles in the federal fleet. Now, I think it's very likely that we're going to be hearing a lot more about this in the coming days, as the Senate is going to be turning their full attention to this now. Now, keep in mind that they're going to be working away, and even once they pass this in the Senate, then they're going to take the first portion and the second portion and move it along to the House. But the House is not going to be in session again until mid-September. So they might be working on this for a little while here, but nothing is going to get passed into law here until at least mid to late September, as that's when the House is going to be taking it up after the Senate is done. So keep that in mind, that we still have roughly about a full complete month until this might get passed into law, you guys. So just want to make sure that you are aware of the time frame, aware of everything that's going on, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date as more info rolls out. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. And if you want to stay up to date on all this stuff, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and come join the Ram fam, the viewing community. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And remember, you guys, regular uploads, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and also other videos throughout the day as news breaks. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.